Okay, I'm gonna take more drastic measures then. Uh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and face step and teleport 30 feet away. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over to here. Over to this side of the dining room.
You attempt to teleport. For a split second, you see yourself from where you teleport to almost immediately get dragged right back into the exact same position.
Oh, geez.
Your hand is still on top of the button. The
Huh.
house, the tables, everything are sinking flush with the floor. You're
Well,
seeing
I guess
random.
I'll just go with it. I'll push the button harder.
Push the button harder, he says. I'm surprised you haven't attacked the button.
After a couple of seconds, you feel it all let go. As you take your hand back, you see what appears to be a contract now written all over your hand.
Oh, good.
It isn't in some ancient language you cannot understand. However, as you take your hand back, it almost seems like something's latched onto you from the inside. You pull out a stone coffin, a small stone coffin, about 12 inches tall, 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches wide, and about 4 to 3 inches deep.
Gotcha. It's a mini coffin.
Yeah, mini coffin.
Does it open? I would like to play with the mini coffin.
Don't play with the coffin.
Onto your hand. Everything around you is just sinking and disappearing. You're starting to see grass and debris underneath from your feet. The entire house is gone at this point.
Tell me how it sounds.
Oh. Well, I wanted to leave the house anyway. I'd say this worked out great.
I'm just testing my audio, not theirs.
Give me a second because I have to
switch maps.
Whoa. We have content to the Black Void. Oh wait, we beat the game. Roll credits.
Does it have Fog of War again?
Yep.
Freaking hate the Fog of War, by the way. I always turn that off.
It works great with their dynamic lighting model, but otherwise it's kind of a pain to work with.
Yeah, I don't. It's actually it's saying the dynamic model's on.
Ah, there you go. You just have to check the full bright box or something like that.
Well, I just turned dynamic model off.
Well, that works too.
So opening the coffin did this. So I'm like half paying attention and half trying to fix errors.
Oh wait, he's teleporting all of our characters in.
Okay.
That's teleporting. Just everything around you is gone at this point.
Right. But I still have an open coffin in my hand, or did it not open?
It's not open. It looks like a stone coffin, but it has no lid.
Okay. Oh, wait, so is it hollow?
For you, what it feels like, it just feels like a very light stone box with no lid.
Okay. Huh. Well, fair enough. I guess I'll put it in my bag.
So you're gonna put it in your bag?
I mean, was there anything about it arcanely, maybe, that I could feel or sense, or?
Do you want to do this?
Yeah, why not?
All right. What exactly are you trying to find out about its arcane?
I was trying to find out about its arcane nature and whether or not, and how, if so, it was linked to that new contract thingy that I can't read on my hand.
All right. So make your Arcana investigation.
All right. 21.
So you begin trying to just feel into it. You almost feel it almost feels like it's got a divine presence in it, so to speak. It's the easiest way you can feel this. And it feels like it feels familiar, but just so foreign and lost to you.
Huh. Well, I've always wanted another divine or otherworldly connection. I'm going up in the world. Perfect.
You hear it almost seems like a whisper in your head going, "You weren't supposed to touch that yet."
I'm gonna shrug and put the coffin back in the bag and I guess take a look around. Kira, thoughts?
As you're lifting it to put in your box, you hear a what appears to be almost like a and a button reappears on the outside of the coffin.
Okay.
You want me to hit this button, Kira?
Oh, sorry. I was bringing up my character sheets on my computer.
All good.
Okay, back in game. We are we? What button? Where is this
we
button?
got magically teleported to a forest, and a button appeared on the back of this strange coffin-like thing that I have in my hands.
Ah. Are we in any kind of danger?
No, not immediately. Apparently, probably.
Okay. I kind of want to. I want to kind of like do an observation around us. Like, we've lost like half our party.
And now we're not even where we were.
And now I see a new face in the party.
You know, Alaska at this point is probably just like, what the hell just happened? Why were there so many dead hands everywhere?
Right?
Also, I'm a water wizard.
She goes,
Yeah.
I don't have time for this right now with you. What did you do? She goes, the house pulled itself together. Not joking, not metaphorically. It literally fused itself together and disappeared.
Oh, okay.
I admit it's a little unconventional. Were you aware your house was some form of mimic?
I'm not the owner. I'm the paladin.
Well, you're right. The owner isn't here, though.
What did you do to the house? How did you summon so many undead to move it?
I don't know. I had thought I had cleansed the house. You were there. There was cleansing that happened.
I mean, hands were touching me everywhere inappropriately, and
she points at you and goes, "That wasn't a curse. That was divinity moving those things."
Well, it's I admit a little unconventional.
Oh yeah, unconventional. What did you do?
Obviously, I didn't do anything bad. I mean, look, I've got the ear of at least 3 or 4 different divine or otherworldly things. We're all good, right, guys? I'm like waiting for lightning to strike me just in case.
Are you saying this, or are you just kind of implying this?
I was saying it.
She just goes, I don't even know what to say. You've got good luck, bad luck, death and life. I don't even know what to say with you. She kind of looks kind of each way.
You can see why I picked the Fathomless. You can see why I picked the Fathomless as my Eldritch Abomination of choice.
She kind of just looks around for a second before she goes, you know, I like you, but at the same time, she open palm slaps the shit out of you.
My pride is wounded. Also, who's this strange elf dude here? You look Hildarin like I am. Why in the world are you here?
I'm an elf?
Okay, and I'm a water wizard.
Perfect.
You're a water wizard. Got it. He's a water wizard. He's a water wizard.
I'm a water wizard.
Yeah, you betcha.
Is he whiz in the water?
I can.
He might.
Too. I mean, too bad I can't water bend it or whatever.
You could do that with control water almost, except probably not with urine.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There are some other water spells you get eventually that'll let you do that. So we're investigating the area.
All right, make your investigation.
With advantage, or just both of us roll separately?
So y'all are all looking, so you can roll with your red shirts advantage.
Okay, so we'll both roll with advantage then? Basically?
Yep.
Oh, nat 20.
All right, so we have a nat 20.
Can I roll on the website? Oh, I can. Look at that.
Okay. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, you can.
Oh, sorry,
And
I'm
if
still
you
getting
click-
used to the website. I've been exploring things.
If you right click on the roll, you can choose to roll with advantage.
It doesn't give me that. Wait,
It's the plus. Yep.
it does not give me that option on my game.
Is that Roll20, or are you doing that on D&D
Self-done.
Beyond?
I'm on D&D Beyond.
Okay, yeah. You should be able to.
Yeah,
still do
no,
that.
on D&D Beyond it'll do it. If you're on the app on the phone, you press and hold on the plus number next to it, and you can choose to roll with advantage. And if you're on a computer, you just right click on the plus number, what you normally click to do the roll for the check, and it'll pop open a little drop down with the choice to roll at advantage or disadvantage.
It does not give me that. What it does do is if I left click, it adds dice. If I right click, it removes dice.
Oh, no. You're only talking about the dice. I'm talking about the actual ability check. If you go over to your skills on the website,
skills, yes,
there's like that whole row of them, or column
okay.
rather.
Yeah.
And then you can right click on one of the numbers next to it, the plus number or minus number, whatever it is, and that'll let you roll with advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It'll-
Okay. What was I rolling with?
Investigation, roll with advantage.
Investigation,
Whatever you want.
advantage. Okay. Got it. Roll.
20.
Okay. I got a 15 is the high number.
18 with your bonus.
15. Oh, yes, it does say that in the bottom right corner. Yes, you are correct. Thank you.
So 18.
Yep.
So the paladin is over there looking with you at the ground, and the elf is over there looking with you, Kira, at the Aura. No, y'all's companions are helping the other person out.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
Aura, you're with the paladin Unileska.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Kaylin is over there with the water wizard Kira.
This will have great implications if we split up the party like this, by the way. That would be awesome.
So,
shut up.
You would be. Oh, we're telling the GM to shut up, huh?
No, I'm telling him to
Not
shut
the
up.
GM. He's telling me to shut up. Stop giving the GM ideas.
That.
Don't worry about this. There's a reason I gave y'all red shirts.
All right.
You and your compatriot of the cloth here are looking around. One of the first things she notices goes, "This ground has been purified." The first thing you notice, like it's been purified, like it's been cleansed.
Gotcha.
The first thing you notice is that even though there's a little bit of grass everywhere, it almost seems like an old structure was here. They're just of different things, like stone, and you realize that was a fairly large structure that was here.
Does it look surprisingly like the house that was here, or very different?
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh dear.
I swear if we jumped in time again.
Maybe we jumped the other direction.
No, because that would mean the house wouldn't have been built, therefore there would be no structure.
Kira, you and your compatriot are looking around, and it almost seems like there are some footprints in the ground. Some of these footprints looks very emaciated, almost looks like they're an old man moving it. But it almost seems like there's so much weight they were lifting, they left deep indentions in the ground. You see what almost appears to be almost like scrape marks of like bone being dragged out of the ground. You also notice that this is all freshly moved soil. Your compatriot, Kaylin, is looking around and goes, "Hey, look, whatever was moving this was doing it barehanded. It left fingernails behind."
Fingernails.
It's a little terrifying.
That's a little gross.
There only appears to be a slight bit of foundation in the ground around y'all.
So, meeting up back at the center. Well, it appears this is hallowed ground, then. That's odd.
You're
But the activity around concerns me.
It also appears that the structure is very similar to the house that was here, or that we were in. It's unclear.
Unileska looks at it and goes, "This all looks freshly hollow, like someone just purified this not too long ago."
Well, we did do that spell, so what? The house just swallowed itself up into the ground and then aged significantly?
She looks around and she just sees all the bits of glass and everything sticking out of the ground from the windows, and she goes, "I don't think it aged. Where did the house go?"
Home?
I think I want to have Unileska cast a spell of detect evil and good. See what's going on around us. Because this is sounding kind of suspicious.
Kinda.
She looks at it and goes, "Oh, you don't think that was the first thing I did do?"
Okay.
That was the
And the results?
Guiding bolts.
The results.
She goes, "Everything here seemed very neutral. The only thing that seemed even vaguely dark," and she turns to the stonework in the fountain that's left around y'all, "is that," and points to the stones and the dark and the foundations just sticking out of the ground.
Huh. I guess I'd like to take a closer look at the stones. Maybe examine them arcanely or physically and see if there's anything about them that seems interesting or out of place.
So make your are y'all both doing this? Who's doing what?
Sure, I can stroll over here to click.
All right. I need history checks if you're examining the stone for languages. If you're trying to see what the stone is made of, I need nature checks. It just depends on what exactly y'all are trying to look at per se.
I'm gonna start with looking at it arcanely, and then I guess after that, looking at it historically.
So you're gonna roll an Arcana check in history, or hang on, let me make sure I break this up. You're gonna do an Arcana first. Travis,
yep, arcane first.
All right, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I break this up evenly.
No worries.
Whatever you need me to roll, tell me.
I need you to tell me what you're trying to look at exactly.
The protrusions of the ground.
So you're going to do. You have a choice between nature and history.
I'm thinking history.
All right, so you're going to choose the history.
Yes.
All right, so you roll a history check.
Okay, rolling history check.
All right. Aura, what is your result?
Nice. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Oh, no. Aura's result was 15 for her arcane check on the stone.
My history check actually rolled a 20.
Yep, dirty 20.
Why is it a dirty 20?
Because it's not a natural 20.
Oh, I got it.
Artificial. So as you're just examining this, it almost seems like there's not really magic emanating from the stones, but it just seems like something scorched the stones. It blackened them. Like there's nothing. The easiest way to explain it is there's nothing there, even though there's something there.
Right. Purified in flame or some such.
No, just
all right.
Nothing. Like even though you physically see something there, your Arcana is telling you there's nothing there. There should be dirt.
Magically nothing there. Gotcha.
It almost seems like there's etching into it. All right, so the history check. How exactly are you looking at these for the history? Like, and I mean, like physically. Like, if you were standing there looking at these stones, what exactly would you be looking at?
Shape, formation, if there's any kind of insignias, scratches, what have you.
So you begin looking at this thing. You've known a bit of history in your lifetime and start looking at it. It almost looks like there are scratches in it and little sigils drawn in it. You almost come to the snap realization it's an old language.
Can I compare the language to what was newly imbued on his arm?
All right. But first thing first, what languages do you know?
What languages do I know? That is a
Yes.
good question. Let me take a looky at my character.
Abilities,
sheet.
saves, and senses, and scroll down. I think.
Both you and Utaleska.
I have features and traits.
Oh, features. Oh no, proficiencies in languages. Sorry.
Proficiencies in languages. Where would that be under?
It's if you're on the website, it's on the left-hand side of the screen.
Left-hand side of the screen. Languages. Thank you. I have common, elvish, and undercommon for the water wizard.
Okay, I hate you.
I'm lucky, I guess. And I have
So-
I have a set of playing cards too, if that plays into any kind of effect here.
So
I have Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Elvish on Aura, and just a second.
Celestial and Common.
Common, Deep Speech, and Primordial on Kalen.
All right. So you immediately realize has languages written in it. Even though it's worn in some spots, you can make out the language of Undercommon that you know. Kira, you start reading this out loud, and you start off with a story. This is the tale of the blackened earth, and it just it's so faded after that. You can just see though it almost seems like it was written in terror and quickly.
They can definitely.
That's on the stones.
Quick masonry work there.
But you can tell this is about. Oh, you can tell this looks to be about 700 to 800 years old.
Wow.
Is it just on this one stone, or does it continue on down like the line of stones?
So it looks like it got buried under the ground and it slowly faded away.
So whatever's under the ground is eroded away, you're saying?
Yes, but you also, as you look at it, you realize that this entire inner wall has etching in it. You can only make out the undercommon bit that you have in front of you.
Gotcha. I need like notepad on here. Let me find that. New. There we go. Click. Travis has notes now.
Da da da.
And you said what was I able to translate?
This is the tale of the blackened earth. One last word that you really badly can make out is the paradise of maybe.
Odd.
Okay. I have notes now. Yay. Okay.
Anything else you're gonna try to do here, both of y'all? Are y'all gonna?
Actually, I'd like to observe our surroundings, like in the distance. Is there anything around us aside from this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it look like the same area when I was walking around outside the house previously?
Yes, it does. You even see it looks like a weathered dirt path.
Is there like a field or forest?
Yes.
Specific. All right.
It is a open field. It's a little overgrown in some spots, but it looks like it just was recently upkept. And you see a couple of topiary bushes just in the middle of nowhere that just seems kind of oddly out of place.
I guess we could follow the path into town then.
No, I don't like those bushes.
I'm sure they were just from the old house, and the house forgot to take it with them.
I'm sure it did.
Because that's
I
the
used my
things that
decanter
houses
of endless
do.
water and wet them down
Okay.
because I feel like it.
How are you wetting them down? Is the proper question I need to ask.
I'm just gonna use the small stream of 1 gallon of water.
So you just see the tree kind of as you water, it kind of seems to perk up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I am a water
I didn't
wizard after
realize
all.
Yeah, that does make sense. And a part-time botanist, clearly.
Yes, obviously.
Or is it arborist, since it's trees? It's hard to say with shrubs.
Farmer can work as well.
There you go. All right, head towards town.
I feel like
You hear-
town. Which way is the town? Is there a town? Did we mention a town?
I was thinking we'd follow the path.
Was
It
the
has to
path-
lead to a town.
Was the path north, south, east, or west?
South?
South. I feel like it was south as well. So then
You hear you at this point. You hear Unileska, and Unileska just over there reading. Is like, why is there celestial and abyssal on here?
Celestial and abyssal on what exactly?
Are you talking about
This
the
whole
language?
wall.
The whole wall? Wait, seriously? I'm gonna take a quick look at the wall.
She's pointing out to the part that she can make out, which is celestial, and she goes, "It's a weird title. The story of Blackened Earth."
So she's over here reading the wall then.
Yep.
All right, I'll wander on over in that direction then. Huh. Well, is there anything else I can pick out among the abyssal?
It seems like the same thing. The story of Blackened Earth.
That's like all it says. It's just repeated in a whole bunch of different languages.
It almost seems like it's. It seems like it's just faded and buried beyond a certain point. Like no matter what y'all get, y'all see just that title.
Huh.
Can I do a history check on the Blackened Earth? What do I know about it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Doing a roll. I got a 23.
Nice.
So you sit there for a minute and you're like, I feel. You remember a story your grandfather once told you from way back in the day when a lot of the churches had a lot more power than they did now, and how at one point there was a city of the dead, very neutral city that just existed, that just one day went silent and disappeared. No, all anyone knew was something happened to it, and all that was left afterwards is just a black spot in the earth.
A city turned into a black spot, you're saying?
It just disappeared. Something destroyed it in a span of a day. And it just
sounds a little terrifying.
The only thing that anyone ever knew about the city was that even though it was a city of the dead, it was where the living thrived.
Huh.
Sounded a little too much like Full Metal Alchemist to me. Just gonna make some human alchemy. It's okay.
The only thing that you truly, your grandfather said, is that afterwards the churches were all blamed for its disappearance.
Huh.
But it's just more of a folk tale than actually like a historical event.
Well, onwards to the road then. It'll be nice to actually leave this house.
Yeah, I'm gonna call on to Unileska. Let's go over here. Doop. Gonna go kind of south.
Calling her?
Huh? Because
how are you calling her?
Okay. I was probably like Unileska, let's go. We're gonna go check out this town, if there's a town over here.
She kind of turns and gives you a side look. She goes, "Do I look like a dog?" She goes, "We're going, but we're going to talk about this."
Well, she was so.
Well then.
I thought she was so enthralled in the wall.
Did you share this story or this bit of information, or was this all kept private? As far as the your history,
My history check? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it did all go among my mind, so that would be a correct thing. So I would like to explain this history check with my cohorts here.
With the party?
Yes,
Nice.
with the party.
Okay, so this is beforehand. She goes, "No, no, no. I'm not talking about the wall. I'm talking about how you just called me over to you like this instead of using the word please or yeah. Can we please get on the road? Let's go safely instead of just what it feels to the amount of you teaching a dog heel."
Yeah, I don't use the word please because I'm not going to beg you to do something. So you can do it on your own free will. You could say no.
She almost looks like she wants to tell me something. She goes, "I can't argue with truth there." She goes, "But this, please and thank you are necessary. Just
Oh, you will get
I'm
a
a
thank
lady
you.
here." Huh?
You will get a thank you. Off script, I have something in my feet. What is this? Oh, it's a receipt.
She kind of just gives you a side eye. Okay, that works, I
Whoa.
guess.
All right, onwards, down the road.
Tootling down.
So,
What do we find on the road?
so you're ways down this road. You're just gonna see. We're gonna put a little bit of theater of the mind, or do
Works.
I have? Oh wait, no, I do have one. Doo-doo.
Or we could have some little background music. Do 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 do.
There you go.
So as y'all are walking, it takes y'all a hot minute to all cross a stream and a bridge, and you see the city off in the distance. Some larger walls. Doesn't look too threatening.
Cool.
So it's still about a day's off travel from y'all,
Uh-huh.
and it's getting late at this point of the day.
Well,
Late
I'd
enough we need to start looking for
vote that
shelter.
I'd vote that we set up camp. I'll sort of point to the trees that are up against the river up here. Be like, over here seems as good a camp spot as any.
Are y'all in agreement with that, or y'all all have different ideas?
Well, I would like to scout the area just in case there's, anything malicious or any kind of traps or what have you.
All right. Hang on,
I'm
I'll
gonna
control yours.
kind of work over here.
Sorry, I'm
My
giving y'all
friend
control.
likes to stay by my side.
Should we just y'all have control of these things from the get go instead of having to give individual control of the tokens?
Right, that would be too easy.
Well, it used to be like that. That's why I was confused when it was like, why is it not giving y'all control? All right. So, if you're trying to see their traps or things, yours be in nature. Unileska seems to be settling down. She seems to be making some kind of makeshift setup around her using whatever she can find.
So she's like all up in here trying to make camp, basically.
I was gonna say, do you want me to do a survival check to help make camp?
Okay, you can do that. What did you roll?
Dirty 20.
So you and her are just start walking. You realize she's just kind of setting the branches together, making a canopy, and she's done a really good job so far.
Nice. I'll pitch in and sort of help make up shelters for the rest of the party as well, and set up for the fire and all that.
She's trying to make it a party size.
Awesome. Cool. Then I'll just pitch in.
So she's like, "Thank you."
And as they're
So-
doing the setup, I wanted to do the investigation around the campsite.
All right. So
Nature?
nature, survival, or perception.
What's nature? Let me look. Check measures your ability to recall lore about the terrain. That's not really what I'm looking for. Persuasion, insight, perception. Yeah, it's gonna be perception for sure.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I got a 10.
Oh dear.
All right, so you got a 10.
I got a 10.
Nothing really seems out of the ordinary. Just the beavers are building their dam kind of weird.
Cool. At least we have wildlife.
We're going to point out the beavers to anybody?
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, y'all want to check out these beavers over here?
Let's take a look.
I think they're right over here, right where this whatchamacallit's at.
Right underneath the
Small
dam,
lake-like
underneath the bridge.
device.
It's not really underneath the. It's towards like where he is right there.
Like down here?
There's a body of water there. Wait, down there?
No, he's right here.
Yeah, because there's
Sorry,
like a
where?
big body of water, like
Oh, over there.
right.
Sorry, I had a bit of lag there.
Okay.
Boing. Okay.
Oh, okay, over there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 'cause
I'd
it's a
like
big
to go
body of
over and
water, that would make sense.
check it out. Because hey, cool things in nature. And besides, I was building a shelter. Maybe the beavers have some good ideas. Nature check or
What you want to do?
I'd like to see what's strange or interesting about the way the beavers are building this dam. Like nature, animal handling, perception.
It's up to you on that one. Like I'm leaving you a fair game on that one.
Okay. I'll go for animal handling. 11.
The moment you look at this, the first thing that pops in your head is, "Where's the entrance?"
Well, it's underwater, right? It's beaver dam.
You do not even see an entrance to it. It just seems like it is made like these are sticks that were made to look like a beaver dam.
How many beavers are there that we see?
With your perception check, you didn't see any wildlife around there.
I didn't see anything except I know beavers were over here.
I guess I've gotten curious enough. I'd like to start sating my curiosity. I will foolishly take a step closer and see if I can like find an entrance if I look more closely, like within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, I mean, trying to stay out of the water, but you know.
Well, since I didn't really see anything, I'm gonna go check up on Unalaska. I'm gonna go back over to camp.
All right. So you will be because it would be right where he was around here. Sorry. So let me just grab a acid real quick.
Sure. None of that.
Oh, sorry. I usually don't sit still like this for so long.
Haha. I understand.
Ironically, I'd more than likely be laying on my bed, which is would be more comfortable.
That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm playing on my phone and my tablet instead of on my computer.
You do that. Other people don't have those luxuries.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have a corded headset And technically, I
Oh,
could do everything else on the on the bed because I have a
on
wireless
the wireless.
keyboard and mouse,
Yep.
and I have
Yep.
my computer set up to my TV.
There you go.
But it would probably be a lot more difficult to do.
Well, yeah. It sounds like a hassle.
So,
All right, if we're in a small pause, I'm gonna get a drink if that's okay with y'all.
no problem.
Sure.
I'm just gonna run through the area with him.
And as Kim Possible is staring me down for some reason.
Dun dun dun.
All right, I'll be right back.
Sure.
So
I like the Beaver Dam asset. It's very nice.
the first thing you notice when you get a little bit closer, these sticks don't really look like they were chewed. They look like more like they were cut.
Okay. Is it like a man-made Beaver Dam art installation then?
Looks very artificial to you. Very
Huh.
artificial.
What else could it be other than a beaver dam? Is it like a gate entrance? Is it a sluice for a sewer? Is it
It
a
looks like
cover?
it looks like someone tried to make this look like a beaver dam in a hurry.
Yeah, I just feel like we'll need dinner because we ate at like noon. You know what I mean?
I guess I'm going to look for to see if there's any way that it could be shifted or dislodged easily.
Make a investigation.
You betcha. Ouch. 8.
You can't tell much about it other than it just looks like it's been
Huh.
like it's been driven into to the ground underneath it.
All right. Well, fire spells aren't really my thing, I guess. So I'll wander back to camp then. Wait for Travis to come back.
Are you gonna do anything? Talk to anybody?
I was gonna help them with whatever they're doing with the setup. Travis was heading back as well, so I didn't want to jump too far ahead on the timeline. Unless we're assuming he's just sort of participating.
Would you want me to throw this on there?
Are you going to cook anything? Are y'all going to just eat, or are y'all just gonna sit there and starve?
No, we're gonna go ahead and set up and cook a meal for the night and have a fire. I'm gonna make sure to gather enough wood to keep it burning the whole night through while someone's on watch.
What time of day is it currently?
It was heading towards night.
So you're about 6:30 going into 7, right?
Okay, so it's still fairly early.
No, the sun is setting.
Well, the sun is setting, but we know it's setting.
Don't hit the loot. What are you doing?
So yeah, prepare a campfire and a meal to share around.
If anyone's thirsty, I have water.
Fantastic. It'll be really helpful for the soup.
And not dying of dehydration.
That too.
Or are y'all using one of everybody's rations to make the soup?
Assuming we're using one of everybody's rations.
We have rations?
I have rations.
I do have some frozen food in my endless whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I was gonna use up my 1 day of rations on both my characters.
All right, that works. So
I would assume Unalesca would do the same. We're sort of all contributing to the soup pot.
Yeah, she contributes, and then she's like, every soup can use a fish.
Okay.
She kind of gets up and just, with this weird look in her eyes, she kind of gets up and walks over to the river, and she makes something that resembles a fishing rod and starts throwing it into the water. Kind of bats at it for a second before she throws it.
Nice.
Do we have a ration in our whatchamacallit inventory?
Yes, you should.
Usually.
Where would that be? Because I'm in my inventory currently.
Just add the item if you don't have it, although there isn't much point since you'll remove it immediately.
Okay, so I had it and now I don't have it.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Lovely.
We'll deal with this later, so don't worry about that.
Also, not all my inventory stuff is actually in my inventory. It's in my booklet at your
Oh,
house.
well,
Heads up.
that's all right.
That's why I was like, I vaguely remember having some fruits and vegetables that I collected from the house that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. You're welcome to cross those off if you want instead of your ration.
No, it doesn't matter. Either or. I mean, they're frozen, so.
They'll last a while.
Right.
So after
All right.
about maybe 10, 15 minutes, you see Unileska come back with a couple of catfish and a gar. She goes, one fought back.
Nice.
She looks at those, one fought back. I thought deserved to live. This one didn't fight back.
Gotcha.
She kind of she gives you this weird look in her eye. She goes, "You're gonna cook this well." As she hands you one of the catfish, she goes, "These are for everybody else," and hands you the other catfish and the gar.
Oh, all right. Gotcha. I'll make sure to do that. Watch rotation. I'll volunteer to go first.
As you say this, she goes, we will go first watch."
Oh, all right. Awesome. In which case, I'll, Kaylin, was it? You can go ahead and keep watch over here with Kira. All right. Cool. First watch. You want us to just roll a d20 or?
Yes, roll a d20.
All right.
So everyone else is taking getting some sleep.
And 11.
So you don't really see much. You hear a bit of noise in the distance. Alaska, you your ears just perk up every once in a while. Just that crazed look like a cats get at night when watching things.
That's understandable.
She kind of after a while she goes, "So, Kellenborg."
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
He's a good traditional type. That's I really liked his point of view, and honestly, this whole flow of life to death, very compelling scripture.
She kind of just goes, "Nothing wrong with that."
Good.
You see her kind of holding back a question.
I will glance at her curiously and raise my eyebrows. Go on.
But why two gods?
Well, you see, there was this great big kerfuffle. Let's go with kerfuffle. Great big kerfuffle that happened a long time ago. How old are you again?
You see her put her hand on her kind of hip and gives you this really look like you. I am a woman.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't have seen your first 100 years yet. You're a young one. Anyway, so a long time ago, before you were born, there was this war thing that happened. And yeah, let's just say there were some deals made, some bad, risky, some decisions, some typical Fey politics. And basically, me and a whole bunch of other priests all tied ourselves to two gods at the same time to hold back an evil eldritch abomination. Well, mostly evil anyway.
She kind of just grabs her face and just kind of rubs it. She goes, "I have no problem with the evil thing, but the fact that you have to go mostly is where I have to start drawing lines." How did you know what? No, I'm not. We're not going to get into this debate here. She goes, "But I get that. For the greater good."
Exactly. It was a pity it really tied us all to that temple, but that's okay. Who needs boundaries?
She kind of with that statement, she goes, "Tied you to the temple?"
Oh yeah, super inconvenient. You have no idea how long and hard I had to study different types of eldritch magic to find any kind of way to get real range from the place. Oh my god, the spell around that place. Truly, some of the most impressive work I think we elves have done.
So she goes, "Ah, I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask, but if you're tied to the temple, you know what? No, nope, nope, nope. If I don't know, it's the answer. I can play ignorant.
I've always thought ignorance was for people who weren't brave enough for the truth. I'm just gonna say that under my breath.
And she goes, "Yeah, the truth of having to take a blame from because you broke an oath to a god sounds so much nicer." And she kind of leans back.
Ask any of my patrons or divinities. No oaths have been broken. I have kept very strictly to the exact letter of the agreement.
You just got through saying bound to the temple.
Yes, that's right. Don't worry, the binding's still in place. Works great, trust me. It has made traveling a little bit awkward sometimes, but that's okay.
She goes, "Your watch is about to end. You can go. Do you want to go to sleep first, or can I, or how do you want to run this?"
I assumed we would wake up the next watch first before we went to sleep. I'm gonna wander on over and
She goes, "There's a
rock,
little overlap with one of us."
right?
She goes,
I'll rock awake Kaylin and Kira, and we'll switch watches.
Just a quick recap. Yeah, outside of game, Unalesca's alignment is or faith is Bahamut, correct?
"Yes."
Yep,
How do you
and
spell
she's
that?
lawful good.
Bahamut UT? Bahamut, close enough.
That's why she wasn't asking too many questions. The less she knows, the less she has to be enforcing a divine
Right.
will.
She's
And technically, though, I've strictly followed the letter of the law. Strictly speaking,
Oh yeah.
You said
When have you
she's-
ever known it to take? It works, but it doesn't work at the same time.
exactly.
Did you say lawful good or neutral good?
Lawful good for certain.
Okay.
They can go a step above and a step below, but they can't take more than that one step.
Sorry, I was just trying to update my characters as
All
we
good.
play. So much
They
to
can
do,
play
so
as-
little time.
All right, so now you and Kaylin are awake.
As y'all walking past her, she goes, "Watch the tree lines."
So is it halfway through the night then?
Yep.
Yes, it's
We're like
Probably-
6 hours into the 12-hour sleep period.
Gotcha. I guess we'll be on watch then while y'all sleep.
so as she's passing you, she goes, "Watch the tree line. Something's not right." She says it very quietly as you walk past her.
All right then,
So-
I'll keep my eye out.
So y'all need to roll for y'all's second characters. Sorry, Travis, I didn't mean to steal Unalesca's conversation there.
Oh no, you're good. You're the DM.
It works.
So, with that being said,
All right. Kaylin is rolling a d20
Travis,
and gets a 17.
What am I rolling for?
perception.
Your character, Kira.
Perception.
Oh, perception? I was just rolling the straight d20.
Okay, it works the same difference for me. I mean, it's up to y'all.
Was I rolling perception? I'm lost here.
You can roll perception or the d20, whichever.
What's going to be the d20?
Oh, don't worry about
Just how you were rolling before, where you clicked on the dice icon.
Okay, just okay. Roll. Clicky. I rolled a 10.
All right. And so Kaylin has just sitting there watching, goes, huh, weird. That tree moved.
Was it the wind?
If the wind could pick the tree up 10 feet and move it straight forward, maybe.
Oh, so it moved towards us.
I said it just moved 10 feet. I don't know if it came towards us or at an angle of us.
Oh, okay. How far are we from the tree?
So, from where y'all two are, let's get the ruler. So, we're going to say about 21 squares. That would put it at, because brain's math is bad.
About 100 feet, a little
110
more
feet.
than.
Yep.
Oh, your vision must be really good to be able to see that in the dark.
There's
Looks like-
moonlight.
There's moonlight? Okay.
He goes, how did you not see something that big move?
It's a fair point.
I must have been looking the other direction. There is two of us.
Did you want to wake the party?
How long has the party been asleep?
They've probably been asleep for maybe about 2 hours.
Well, I don't feel like we're in that. I don't feel like we're in danger if something just moved. So I'm not going to wake the party, no.
All right.
If there was some kind of aggression, maybe. Probably. More than likely.
Seems reasonable.
'Cause
Mark?
It's
Did we?
at y'all's discretion. It's y'all are y'all the ones that being the characters.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
So
if
he's not waking the party.
since we're here and it was a tree, can I do a nature check?
Yep.
Nature check. I rolled a 14.
So you watch this tree for a second, and you realize it looks like a tree. It seems like a tree, but it has a head and 4 eyes.
Just so I can get a better visualization, is the head on top of the tree or within the trunk?